Hey everybody, welcome back to the White One Able Garage. Things are a little bit dark in here because the power's out, and it's part of living in the country, I guess. It's a beautiful, calm day outside, so don't know what's going on. But anyway, once we get some electricity back, we're going to do the lower ball joint on a 98 Chevrolet truck. It's got the independent front suspension, two-wheel drive. Thought I'd bring you along. Alright, now we got electricity. I got the truck backed into my garage. I've done 3 of the 4 ball joints, the 2 upper, lower on the driver's side. Now we're down to the passenger side. Now that I had a little practice, I thought I'd bring you along, show you how I accomplished this job. I'm not an expert, guys. You're on your own if you want to try this in your own home. I would encourage you to try, but make sure you follow the safety protocol. This spring can kill you, so make sure you got the right tools. But let's have some fun. My lug nuts are 7/8, and again I'm using the Motivex tools. Love this company. They're coming out with some really cool stuff. Poor little guy. Now I just got the wheel off. We're up against our first challenge. My plan was to use a spring compressor. These aren't going to work, and so now the plan is going to be that we remove the upper ball joint, which I just installed actually a couple days ago. Remove the lower ball joint, brake calipers, relay the hardware, get that out of the way, pull this hub completely off. Then we can get access to the lower ball joint with the spring compressed in place. The shock is the limiting factor, so it doesn't drop all the way out. Spring does not pop out. But I do have a secondary safety floor jack underneath that as well. Keep that spring compressed. So let's get this hub off so we can gain access to the ball joint. All I've done so far is remove the brake caliper, and that takes a 3/8 Allen, and then secure that out of the way best for you that you can. Took the sensor off here so it's loose. That was 13 millimeter. And let's see, I got the cotter pin on the back side of the upper ball joint. I'm going to separate that now to get this A-arm out of the way. Since my upper ball joint is new, I don't want to take a chance of ruining the boot here, so I'm not going to use a pickle fork. What I'm going to do instead is use an air chisel, or an air gun with the blunt end here. I'm coming up from underneath and leaving the castellated nut on part way so that it helps protect the threads. Alright, I was able to get you in here. So I'm just coming up from underneath. Castellated net is going to help me stay on point. If you're wearing headsets, turn your volume down. Alright, that's that. Just spent 20 minutes trying to get a cotter pin out. It was in there. All rotted out. Finally got that. Now I can break loose the 1 1/16 castellated nut. Alright, headset users, turn down your volume. Alright, got that loose. Alright, I took my ABS or speed sensor wire off. It's just the clamp we showed you here, and then another clamp up on the frame, and just a two wire Canon plug. Pretty easy stuff. And again, air chisel here, air hammer, knock the tire end off. This big 1-ton, this hub is heavy, so I got everything disconnected now. And get it up and off. Ball joint stud. Hopefully set it around. Alright, now we have access. Oh, get my knee out of the way. Now we have access. I'm changing all the front end components anyway. This is just preventative maintenance. Like I said, I did 3 of them, so I'm going to do the 4th. All new ball joints. Alright, here's the setup. The bottom side there is large enough to allow the ball joint to fall into the ring there, and then the top is going to push down on that stud and hopefully it comes out. I like to do this by hand just so I can feel what's going on. That's a 7/8 for this kit. I gotta say, the other side popped right out with this pressure. What I'm using is the air gun again and helping it along. You can see it moving. Just taking a little extra effort. There we go. Alright, here's the setup for driving the ball joint up into the cavity now. And I'm going to have to set this light down, and I don't know if you can still see or not, but give this a try. We got to get this drive up straight too. Alright, that was a little bit of a struggle even with the kit. Getting this thing coming up even all the way around was a little difficult. Anyway, that's up there flush now, and I muscled this rotor onto the ball joints, and now it's going to be 50 foot-pounds on these Torx and reinstall your new cotter pins, and then we can move on. Isn't it amazing how many tools you have just for one job? I messed up the top threads on this upper ball joint. I had to take this off, clean off the threads. So those are all torqued down. I got the cotter pins on top and bottom, and got the speed sensor wire back installed. Bracketed, I should say. I've got to finish this bracket and the cannon plug, and I'm torquing down the brake caliper now, and then we'll be pretty close to having this finished. Alright, and don't forget to lube your new ball joint. Alright, we are back from a test drive. It drives much better now, especially that lower left ball joint. I think was causing the pulling to the left I had. It's much better. Still needs a front end alignment, but not until I get some other work done, and that'll be a future video. What I brought you in the office for is to tell you that I looked up on All Data. My access is through a DIY subscription, is the book time to do all 4 ball joints. They're showing 3.7 hours. Now, it took me much longer than that, but based on the hourly rates they have here in town of $95 an hour, it's $350 of savings, which I typically turn into buying, additional tools for the next job. As I get older, it's nice to have tools to make the jobs easier. Anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. If you care to sub the channel, when I get a new sub, I always go to your channel and I sub you right back. Doesn't cost us either one anything, so that helps out everybody involved. And always enjoy seeing comments. I like to see who's hanging out. So alright guys, till the next one, y'all be safe out there. See you soon.